Hello and welcome back to Sip Trips. Today we're out at Wyoming Pond in Wyoming, Rhode Island. Got a couple of cool things to show you, so let's get started. Oh yeah, and before we get started, might as well get our sip while we're here. All right, so my camera just died while I was giving my rating of that sip, so I had to run back to my car, get a new battery. I was thinking about doing a reshoot, a new sip, and giving my rating in one take and everything, but I decided not to because that was the worst sip I've ever had on Sip Trips. I'm giving that like a D-. Don't worry, my filter takes out like parasites or anything that could hurt me, but the flavor of the water is still in there, and the flavor of the water is bad. Pretty pond, bad tasting water. Okay, let's go see some cool stuff. So right behind me over there is without a doubt what Wyoming Pond is the most famous for. The Wyoming Dam, over 300 years old. It was originally built to help service mills on the Wood River. Unfortunately, because the dam is so old, it's starting to fail, which is causing the Wyoming Pond to shrink and get shallower and kind of turn more into like a big mud puddle than a proper pond. I even found a quote from like some guy who lives in one of the houses bordering the pond, who said that he doesn't have a waterfront property anymore. Now it's a swamp, and the odor is incredible. I even found a 2019 report on the dam that apparently called it one of the worst in the state, saying it's a high hazard dam for which failure or misoperation will result in a probable loss of human life. So this dam is really kind of on its last legs, which is a bit unfortunate because it's a really pretty dam. All isn't lost though, for sure though. I've read a ton of news stories and reports and stuff about how the dam can be repaired and the pond can continue to be an actual pond, which fingers crossed that happens, because this is a really cool area and I would hate to see it get ruined. Anyway, this whole village of Wyoming too used to be the farm of a man named Samuel Brand, and Brand was the one who actually dammed the river back in the late 1700s. He also named this area Brand's Iron Works before it was changed to Wyoming for some inexplicable reason. I was reading the National Registry of Historical Places little report or registration on this area, and they said in that report that they didn't know why this place was called Wyoming, so I guess it's a mystery. And then in 1815, the New London Turnpike was built, which went right through this area from New York to Boston, so Wyoming became a very popular spot to stop along the way. But anyway, let's go around and see if we can find any of the specific ruins of the mills and stuff, because there's a whole lot around here that are real cool. All right, I'm down on the side of the bridge here where the dam isn't, and from what I read, apparently down alongside the river a little ways into the brush over there, there's some ruins of one of the oldest mills on this river, which was called the Wood River, by the way. Maybe we'll do a sip trip about this river in the future. But hey, let's crash through this brush and see if we can find any of those ruins. Apparently they're in real bad condition, so it might be a little rough, and this definitely isn't a real trail I'm on either, so I don't think they expect many people to come down here looking for them. All right, so I stumbled down here, and I think this is about as close as we can get to any resemblance of an old mill. You see that stone wall over there? And then in parallel with it is this stone wall. I don't know how well you can see that I'm standing on right here. This looks like an old little passageway for the water to come through. I don't know if they had a water wheel here to power the mill or anything like that, but without a doubt, this definitely is part of the old mill. All right, so that's pretty dilapidated over there, but there's some more put together ruins on the other side of the river, so let's go check those out. All right, so as you can see, this mill here is a lot better preserved. It's definitely still just mostly a bunch of walls, but you can see the outline of the mill a lot better. From what I read, this is pretty likely either a textile or masonry mill. But then out of the whole mill and dam structure, pretty much the coolest part is right there, that old stone archway. Pretty crazy this awesome thing is still here after so long. But stay the hell off it, you'll ruin it. It's history. Damn it.